got this in the other day. Can you guys even see all this box? All this box is happening. So, I mean, I'm opening it just like I opened it the other day. Because first thing I noticed was this, the space bar. It's like he just sent me a space bar in a padded envelope. And there's a story to that. I'll get to it later, but I thought that was pretty weird. Okay, so space bar. Box. This is the disco box. We'll get back to that in a second. But also in the mail with this, I also got this keycap set. Now, I emailed Josh at Mechanical Keyboards about this key set, after I got the keyboard, and I just wasn't really clear what this is about. And we'll talk more about that in a few minutes. But this is the $10 add-on keycap set, because this is a double shot, as opposed to the other set, which is on there, which I'll talk about later. That's it's like a painted keycap set, so it shines through nicely, but it's not as high quality as this. And you know what? For a $10 add-on, for sure, you should totally get that. So there's a link in the About section for the disco itself. You can go check that out. There's one on Amazon with exactly the same switches and configuration that I'm doing here. This is the disco KB talking switches. Sorry, I should have cleaned up the desk before I got to this. This has the KB talking blue switches, so it's a clicky keyboard. Here we are on the outside of the box. And I got to say, like, straight away, as a guy who's really into packaging, and I am really into packaging, this is a beautiful box. Like, have you seen any of the other boxes that you get from Mechanical Keyboards? They all look like bling, laser, blue, 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 blue. You know, this one is not. It's just like really simple and refined. Looking at the front of the box, there's mechanicalkeyboards.com website. Let's go around the side here. There's a disco logo there. Another disco logo here in their bar. There it is again, KBT blue switch. We'll talk a lot about that in a few minutes. Another disco on that end. And then on the underside of the box, very minimalist. Gives the dimensions. The weight, 1.2 kilograms. Interface is USB. Origins from Taiwan. And this is mechanicalkeyboards.com, made in Taiwan. Cool. While I'm on the underside of the box, why don't I flip these up? So first we're greeted by a lot of cardboard, but in with this cardboard is the user manual, which I'm definitely going to be looking into that to help me get through the rest of this video. I genuinely don't know how to use this thing. This is my honest to goodness unboxing. And the dip switch functionality. Dip switch, left control, and caps lock, Alt and Windows key exchange position. Oh, that's like the Mac. Dip 3 is Windows key lock, Windows key on. 6 key rollover versus N key rollover. Let's see more about that in a second. Okay, popping this part of the box open. There's the keyboard. All right, let's pull this out and off to the side just for one quick second. What else is in the box here? This stuff. What is this stuff? Oh, it's mechanicalkeyboards.com key puller and a USB cable, non-braided variety. I can't quite tell with this light. I'm just going to ask Steph. Steph, are these gold or are they silver? Gold. They are gold. Yeah. Sorry, the light in here is not the best, but these are gold connectors. Well, a nice box. I give the packaging an A. A plus even. It was nice and simple and I knew what to do. Nothing too fiddly, too farty. Okay. Nice little plastic cover. The plastic cover here, I don't know if you can quite see this. It has a recycling sign. Number 1, it says PET, but it also says Ducky. So you can tell this is straight off the Ducky line. you can see here this is an ISO enter space, but that's just the plastic cover. And of course, the bottom row, I guess, can vary so much they didn't demarcate any of the keys there. But that'd be a nice plastic cover if you wanted to put something on your desk every night, I guess. If you work in a really dusty environment, which I don't. Oh, the excitement! It's hard to contain myself here. Okay, looking at the keyboard itself, we're looking at ANSI setup. I just want to click it. Yeah, that's a blue type switch. Okay, just before we do too much of that, let's just look around the board. So it's not extremely low profile, but it's pretty low profile. You can see around the edges, there's not too much of a border here. It's pretty simple. I can't quite see the plate just now, but we'll get to more of that later. On the sides and on the back, it's very minimal. There's nothing there. You can see that there's kind of this raised bit here where the legs fit in. Those are the legs going up. A little bit squeaky. There's no rubber padding on those, but they're plastic. You can see it's got 4 big cushy feet to sit on. There's the dip switches. This is the disco. Surely that isn't supposed to look like that. Yeah, it's got a film on it. There, I've just peeled the film off. Now you can see. Okay, so it's got a unique serial number there. The disco CE FCC. It's all approved. MechanicalKeyboards.com, made in Taiwan. This cable management thing is a little bit funny for me. You can see it can be routed straight out the middle here, or it can go off at 90 degrees and then come out slightly to the side. I personally am a fan of the QFRs that go all the way to the edge. So these dip switches, here you go. Dip 1 is about the left control and caps lock position, so you can change left control and caps lock. I don't do that personally. I guess some people like that. Alt and Windows key can exchange positions. That would make it more familiar for people who are typically using Macs because the command key is besides the spacebar. Dip 3 is Win key lock, so you can turn Win key on or off. That's good for gaming, I understand, so it doesn't ever chuck you out and throw you back to the start menu. And then Dip 4 is 6 key rollover versus N rollover, and N rollover will have some problems with some other operating systems. And that is something that I will be testing in an upcoming video, even though it won't be today. And I'm just going to switch to the action cam for one quick second here so you can see up close. Can you guys see that, or is it all just blown out? Let me see if I just twist the light here. There, that's better. You can see that. Kinda. I'm just going to block it, shade it with my hand so you can kind of see what this is all about. It's quite nice. It's quite nice. Okay, moving the light back down. It's not going to help you guys see anymore, but switch back to the overhead position. Flip her on over. Now you can see that the keyboard has a side profile that's on a bit of an angle. I don't know yet if that's, for me actually it's not enough of an angle, so I'm going to tip it. I am going to tip it up with these little legs. See how these legs work. Not easy to find. You probably get used to it. They are easy to find. It's just me being a douche. All right. It makes it a little wobbly at the back, but it's good. It's very good. Okay, so first impressions, they're blues. They're in no way different from Cherry MX, not in a perceivable way anyways. And in fact, honestly, if you told me that those were Cherry MXs, I would have believed it. Okay, well, let's not go any further before having a play with this thing. I'm going to plug this puppy into the computer because the whole thing with this is that it's disco. So let's turn this light off. Boom. Okay, well, I've plugged it in and kind of nothing has happened. Is it working? Yes, it is. But there's no flashy lights or anything happening. At least not at the first. I'm using this on a Windows-based PC. I'm just looking at the menu, as I like to call it. Let's just see what it says here. Note. This is on the second page here. Single color LED modes. Note. Disco using a 3-color RGB LED light through backlight technology allows the user to mix red, green, and blue with the brightness of here. Single color LED mode represents a mix of single color performance via RGB modes. Only one color type effect. FN plus F9. FN plus 9. Oh, there we go. We have lights. FN plus 9 again. Oh, it's reactive. So that's neat. That's a neat effect, that one. Cool. So that was the first thing. That's F9. And then third mode, backlighting off, FN9. Okay. The backlighting modes can be adjusted using the following. FN plus 5 is adjust color, red. FN plus 6 is adjust green. FN plus 7 is adjust, whoa, this is crazy. So you then go, FN plus 9 turns it on, and then you do FN plus F5. Neat. Or that. I'm not sure what that did. Yeah. And then it says, okay, that's single color LED modes. Okay, next page. RGB blending modes. No, Disco uses RGB lighting through backlit technology, red, green, blue. Yeah, okay. FN plus 10. Is this cycling very slowly? Yes. Okay, FN plus 10, second mode is raindrop mode. That's pretty sweet. Third mode is a reactive mode, which will be back to oh, and you can also do function this to decrease speed. That's neat. Or you can increase the drop-off speed so that it would be, that doesn't seem that much different. Maybe I pressed it too many times. Neat. Okay, LED zone customization mode. This mode provides 2 sets of memory, allowing you to customize individual keys backlighting in addition to the customized zone set to breathing mode. This keyboard can be set to exactly how the user wants the backlight to behave. Wow. Doesn't seem like there's any software for this thing, so it looks like it's all happening on the board here. So FN11. Oh, it turns on your WASD. Second step uses a breathing mode. Third step turns it off. Oh no, third step actually doesn't. It turns on the arrow keys over here. Oh no, I pressed F11. That's so funny. Oh, even the first one turns on the arrow keys, which I was probably blocking for the first two. FN plus 12. CM2 cycle. First step, second step. No. Third step is turn it off. So there's the first one on. Did I accidentally press it when I was doing the F11? I did. That's what it was. The arrow keys come on because of F12. So okay. Then function plus print screen is record CM setting 1. So function print screen. So I could do P O L that. And then I'll do function print screen. Okay, I just got to read this, guys. Sorry for this. Press M5 to record CM1, then press function plus pause to record CM2. When it starts recording mode, caps lock will display the current LED brightness. The brightness can be adjusted hitting F. Okay, but whatever. Now I've done it, I can go to F1, and yeah, these are lit. So if I do function print screen again, I can turn these off, and then press function F11. No, that just turns those back on. Not sure. Sorry, back to this. Function F11, I'm out of there. Yeah. Cool, okay. That's kind of that. Demo mode. Hold left control, left shift, and caps lock when plugging into a power source. Steph, can I get you to help me here? Mm-hmm. Left control, left shift, and caps lock. Can you unplug it? It's the one on the bottom here. Yeah, plug her in. What was that supposed to be? I don't know, but it didn't do it. Hold on, let me look again. Hold left control, left shift, and caps lock. Okay. Yeah. It didn't do anything. What's it supposed to do? I'm not sure. USA ANSI, hold left Windows key and right Windows key. What if you did all those keys? Hold for 3 seconds. It'll flash for 3 times to say that it's reset. Okay, pull it out again. Let's try the demo mode again. Do it. Okay. Nothing. That didn't work at all. Hold function alt control for 3 seconds. Function alt control. Oh, there you go. Control alt function. Yeah, that turned it off. Okay, but now we're getting to the better part of this video. I mean, I love LEDs for sure, but let's see what's inside this puppy. So first thing I wanted to check out using my new mechanical keyboards pullers. Now I just want to open up one or two of these switches here. Okay, not what I thought. Not what I thought. Uh, let me talk about some of the stuff too while I'm doing that. Let me put that back down for a second, because that wasn't a great key to have pulled off. Let me talk for a second about this mechanical keyboard logoed spacebar. So the other spacebar that they sent in the mail is the same thing. It's got the same disco logo, but it doesn't have mechanicalkeyboards.com. Now, I saw a guy in a video complaining about this. I personally wouldn't complain about it. I like it. I think that mechanicalkeyboards.com, I think that they're cool. I think it's a cool brand. I think it's like a cool thing to have on your keyboard. And why not? And if you were going to replace it with something else, I mean, I don't know. I personally, I think it's cool. That's all I have to say about that. But let's, the reason I wanted to do that before continuing is I think that this is probably the best keycap to pull off. Not only because it'll tell us what types of stabs are in there. Why doesn't that come off? Because I was also pulling off that key. Okay. So much to learn right here. Let me cut to the action cam. Okay. Action cam. You're in focus. Okay, first thing we can say is we have cherry stabs, not the CoStar stabs, which is great news. You can also see exactly what these LEDs look like. Those LEDs look like they're like little flat things with a bubble on top. Those flat things with a bubble on top is exactly what this one looks like. And it has really wide legs on it. And I can see the numbers. You guys probably won't be able to see it in there, but I can see the numbers 1 and 4 on the end. So it's a 4-pin connector in under here. So that's the way that looks. I wanted to get the clear top on this blue so I could see if we could see the magic bean jumping inside of here. And unfortunately, they don't have clear bottoms, but you can't actually see the magic bean. You can see the switch activating, but you can see that with all clear top. So, okay, it's a red PCB and that's a black back plate. The switches are clear on top with a white bottom. These are definitely single shot clear ABS keys, 6.25 spacebars, and they're painted. So I can imagine that if you strike this enough times, you'll start to rub it off. That's probably why they sell this key set for $10. And for $10, let me tell you, you should totally get this. Anyways, that's the start of the teardown. Maybe I'll just pull out another letter or two just so we can have another look under there. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's going to be the same all over the place. Oh no, wait a sec. These are at the top and this one's at the bottom. So I'm just looking. Yeah, they're all at the top of the key. Yeah, they're all at the top of the key. So the switches aren't. The switches are the right way around, in my opinion. Yeah, because I like the LEDs at the bottom sometimes too, but sometimes. Okay, that's enough of this. Let's put these back on. I'm going to leave the spacebar off for a little bit. I'm going to flip it over and let's void some warranty. Yeah, do you know what the problem is? It's the location of the tabs. The tabs are too close to the corners, so they're really hard to open. That's all it is. Just to look at the board and to look at the soldering and how it's all assembled. I mean, it feels quality. Let's there we go. Now we can have a look-see. There's 2 screws on here. Let me just remove those. Okay, so the bottom is anchored down. But you can see all the interesting stuff that you want to see from right here without even pulling this apart. So you can see that each of the switches has these 4 connectors. Those are for the LEDs to give them RGB. There's 1 ground, and then each of these are colors red, green, blue. So it increases the voltage across them, and that's how it comes. In the corner here, you can see that this is made in Taiwan, and it says the CEL11 Disco R001. So this is a disco specific board. It's not borrowed from anything else. I'm assuming that these 2 chips are the controllers, but I can't quite see what they are. They're certainly not the Mega 32U. The quality of the soldering looks very good. There's no, I do a lot of reviews on stuff like the banana pies, and sometimes their soldering isn't very good. But this looks pretty clean and pretty consistent throughout. No, that's it. There's 1 screw here, which I assume is how they hold it to the plate in the first instance, but I can't remove that since all the switches are already soldered in and stuck to the plate. You can see that there's the 1 attachment here that goes onto the USB. I'm just going to push that back in a little bit because it came a little bit loose. And that's it. That is what's to see. Now, I'm not entirely sure what that is. I'm going to flip it over again actually to look at it. But there's 8 connector pins that are visible from this side. So I'm just going to flip that back over. Take a look. Oh, those pins are actually the dip switches that you can control from the other side. Cool. Well, I'm going to start putting this back together. So these KB talking switches actually have KB talking written right on it, which is cool. I've never seen a KB talking switch until now, but as I say, I can report that they're very cherry-like. I don't really notice any substantial difference. There's a little bit of scratchiness in there, so it's a bit more like a Cherry MX than it is like a Gateron, for example. But that's about it. Well, next up for me is a long-term test of this thing. See how it goes. Okay, well, I'm going to go without. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Don't forget you can subscribe, like, share this video. If you found this video particularly useful, you can buy me a coffee in the About section. You'll find links to all of the relevant stuff you saw in today's show in the About section as well. Don't forget to check that out. If you guys have any other questions, of course, you can post them in the comment section below. If you stop by one of these channels and you see an unanswered question, please feel free to jump in and help out whoever's in need of help. If you guys have any comments about how I can improve the stream or fun ideas for episodes upcoming, do let me know in the comment section below. Thanks again for watching, guys. It's awesome.